Interesting human being. He is fascinating and the most curious human being I've ever met in my life. I mean that.
Really?
And I don't want to say too much about him except to say that it is my privilege and my honor to introduce him to you. He's world-renowned, whether his name is not, he is. And he's a fascinating human being who makes the world of wonder far greater than almost any person I know. Wonder is, I think, the best thing for me in my world. That's all I hope for the rest of my life. I don't want to predict anything. And certainly with magic, as far as I'm concerned, it sends me for a loop. It really does. And I want to introduce to you, without further, without any more, with nothing left to say,
Yay.
Ben Robinson.
But he can't get the microphone.
Can you all hear me without it?
Yes.
Because that way my hands are free and I don't have to hold on to a microphone. What you are about to see has never been done before in audience. You are the very first audience on the planet Earth to see Eve Kendall. Does the name ring a bell with any of you? Eve Kendall is the name that Eva Marie Saint plays in North by Northwest. She's a female spy. And during the pandemic, I needed a project to work on. So what I did was I created this jacket. Her name is Eve Kendall. She really is. But the jacket is made out of symbols of birds and knives. Because when I'm not doing magic on stage, I'm throwing knives on stage. I've also had a parrot for 30 years. His birthday is this November 23rd, which is the exact same birthday of Bill Marx. So Harpo was my initial inspiration to get into the arts, so things have all come full circle. The jacket is made as a bird's breast, but there are very tricky secret things in the jacket. For instance, in the right-hand pocket, you see a lot of patches, but in the right-hand pocket, there's a hidden patch. It's Mr. Hyde. You remember Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? And that's what he does. He hides. On the top of the jacket, you see a triangle pointed downward, but it's not a triangle. These are not X's. This is the patch of the American PSYOPs organization, the people who are watching you from outer space. It's really a Trojan horse he appears. As well, you've heard the expression, nothing up your sleeve. I imagine you may have heard of that. Well, right over here, there's a patch that says nothing. So in fact, I do have nothing up my sleeve. In fact, I also have nothing inside the jacket, because as I got the call to come here, we were just about to start working on the interior, but you see, we didn't complete it. However, a good magician can make you see things that he wants you to see. Now the world has changed since I was last here in 2019. Bill and I performed, and Chris is about to perform. It's a lovely, lovely homecoming. So the thing that's been on everybody's mind is, what will the new world be like? I have a small answer. It'll look like this. Now I know what you're saying. A dollar bill? No. Maestro? Once. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. 5 times. And here we go. This is what our new world looks like. It's a little bit inside out. This is where we've come from. It's been crazy, mixed up, inside out. It sort of looks like the world we knew, but not really. But as I was sitting with the table of the artists, I said, you know, it's never a better time to be an artist, because artists work with creativity and freedom, things that we hold dear. And when you work with things that you hold dear, I promise you that is the way back to normality. All right. Now I'm going to upset the owner by moving his props around, because I asked the young lady if they had a stool, but they don't. They have something better, a table. Now when I began my career in 1974, yeah, amazing, right? 47 years I've been doing this. I was in love with being a magician, and I started to perform in the street, and I kept the very first money that I ever made as a magician. It's right here. Somebody tipped me this 1964 silver $50. They dropped it right there in my hat. It's been there since. After I was graduating from high school, I hitchhiked down to Mexico, and they dropped copper pesadas in my hat. But after I became a learned man, after I went to college, I got a degree in Asian studies. And I learned that there were people in China who could literally pull money out of the air. That's a brass yuan. So we have 3 coins. A silver coin, a copper coin, and a brass coin. It's not that hard to follow. Watch which coin I take out of my hand first. I close my hand, you'll see it. This is the silver coin. Can you all see that? The silver coin rests on the back of my hand, my other hand is empty, and the silver coin now goes in my vest pocket. It's not my hand. So Al, what is left in my hand? The copper and the brass, right? Because you saw the silver coin leave. Here it is. Now this time, I'll do it a little differently. I'll close my hand with the silver, the copper, and the brass, and this time, I'll take out 2 coins. Watch. There's the copper, and there's the brass. See that? All right. Now if I take the copper and the brass out, and bring them over here and put them in my pocket, what does that leave? That's the copper and the brass, this is the silver. You have to pay attention, okay? All right, I know it's complicated. We'll get the pocket out. Now, 3 coins, silver, copper, and brass. Again, I'll do it again so you can see what's going on here. We have the brass and we have the copper right there. Can't miss it. It's right here. Terrific. Don't trip on the cords, Ben. Now watch. I show you both sides. And I'll even give you a little cheaty peeky that there is the silver coin. So I put the copper and the brass in this pocket. The silver's over here out. What was in my left hand? What was in my left hand? No, I'm sorry, that's the copper and brass. This is the silver. It's going to get you even every time. I think what's confusing our friend is the pocket. Yeah. So thank you so much. You read ahead of the script, didn't you? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Here we go. 2 hands, no pocket. You ready out? Here we go. We close the hand into a fist. We take out 1 coin, the silver coin, on the tip of my finger. It couldn't be anywhere else. So if I have the silver coin here, that should leave the copper and the brass here. My hands are far apart, but I was introduced as a magician. Now, we designed this to make it user-friendly to the audience, and no one would have to come up here and assist me. Sometimes people get scared, they get, well, stage fright. So, I asked Bill, would that be acceptable, just to show the audience some magic? He said, no, they're going to want to really get up close. I know my crowd. So we need somebody to come up on stage, and I will tell you what will happen. I will read your mind and do magic at the same time. Ma'am, may I introduce you to come forward? Give her a round of applause. Fantastic. Jeannie, my name is Ben, and you don't have to do anything very complicated. I have a small wallet here, and in the wallet, there are 8 playing cards. I'm going to show them all to you. And make sure you see exactly what it is I am telling you it is. There are, Jeannie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Now Jeannie is closer than any of you, and you'll recognize, Jeannie, that there are 2 of each. There are 2 Jack of Clubs, right? 2 6 of Hearts, 2 10 of Spades, and 2 2 of Diamonds. Now, when I turn my head toward the table you just came from, I'd like you to simply think of one of these cards. Remember it. Don't say it out loud, don't touch it, don't indicate it to me in any way. You're the only person that will know what that is. You ready? Here we go. You got it? Terrific. Keep that thought in your mind. Please remember it. Now, the next thing you need to know, watch my hands. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 red cards, and 1, 2, 3, 4 blue cards. Would you place your hand out, palm up, in front of the audience like that? You are going to hold on to the 1, 2, hold your hand down a little bit. No, down, good, so I can reach it. And 4 blue cards. Put your other hand right on top. Fantastic. You'll agree that she could have thought of any of the cards. You'll agree that we're standing apart. You'll also agree that there's no way I could know that card in your mind. It would be a 1 of 4 chance. But to prove to you that I already do know which card she chose, I'll use magic. Don't worry. 1, 2, 3. 1 card has left. Would you just open up your hands, please? Thank you, Jeannie. Put your hands down. Now you'll see, Jeannie, that one of my red cards has jumped inside your hands.
Whoa.
For the first time, would you tell this entire audience what was the card you were thinking of?
2 of diamonds.
The 2 of diamonds. You see that there's really only 1 card. It's red. I can't switch it for the ones over there. You simply thought of the 2 of diamonds, and that is the 1 card that went. Thank you all for welcoming back to Rancho Mirage. I really appreciate it.